not even close, just leave it alone. I'm Michael Jordan, I play for the team I own.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back, part two, Being Dapper with Mr. J.C. Donaldson. We had a great conversation. He kind of talked about his background in that first segment a little. We touched on a little bit about being dapper, but we're going to really start diving into that. So let's talk about mindset, all right? And actually, I wish you guys could have been a part of this and been a fly on the wall. There was just a great conversation going on with Mr. P. Gunner, the engineer, business partner over there in the corner, and Mr. J.C. Donaldson. And you know what? We'll just start with the shoes. He wants to talk about. Hold that shoe up. They want to talk about the shoes. Yeah, can you guys?
There you go. Well, there you go. We'll go like that.
Yeah, you see the shoe. So they wanted to talk about the logo and the shoe, and you were talking about how everything has a meaning. So kind of dive back into that.
Yeah. So when I initially got these shoes designed, I saw the symbol, but it was a cool symbol. But I went and did more of a historic background. Right. So this is what you call the chiro. So you have it's like a P and an X. So it's an ancient symbol. Which stands for Christos, which means good person. Actually, is the actual modern-day version of Christian. That's where we get it from. So they were actually on Greek coins when, or Roman Empire coins when they transitioned to Christianity. So, when I try to design things, just not throwing something on just to be throwing something on, but what's the actual meaning? What's the historic meaning behind it? So you have to really watch what you're wearing and what it means in the background. There are some designers out there that have some pretty dark backgrounds. I'm not going to go into those designers because we might be friends in the future. So I have to be very careful with that.
Right.
But I'm just saying, just know what you're wearing, and just be aware, and why you're wearing it.
For sure.
Going back into lifestyle,
no doubt. So let's talk about a little bit about mental mindset. So you come in and you say, I'm going to take on this colossal project of branding a clothing line and developing and designing. Talk about a little bit about that. And again, you come from that. Your ground was fertile because your parents were kind of in that lane.
Yeah. I mean, I love art. I mean, I grew up from the arts. My mother, huge influence on that. My father, both of them, made sure we were heavily influenced, and I was just naturally gifted that because it's passed down. It's genetics, right? But when I first started being dapper, I just wanted to talk about clothes. I just wanted to talk about stuff and my lifestyle. I did not want to make any type of clothes whatsoever. But people kept coming and asking me. So I really started off as of 2 years ago with a flower lapel that I resold to Clothaires. And it was a real all the flower lapels at the time, they had these long needles. And they looked terrible. They were these little. There was nothing wrong with them. I mean, but what guys wore was ugh, yeah. I mean, they were just these yucky looking. I don't know, fabric-y.
Okay. So
mine was this made out of a really, really fine compressed paper. You had to, of course, take care of it.
Right.
But it was a beautiful flower lapel. It almost looked. Well, I still have them, but they look very realistic.
Right.
Almost like the flowers growing out of your apparel.
Okay.
So I sold those for a while, and then one day, I don't know, I was looking at a pack of cigarettes or something, and it said Marlboro. I was like, oh, Marlboro.
Right.
I said, what if I changed it to Narbro?
Oh.
I think that's funny. I thought it was hilarious.
Right.
So I said, you know what? Let me make this shirt.
Right.
So I made the first shirt I ever made. It was called an Narbro shirt. It was pretty funny. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And really from that, it started. I got the fashion bug to actually say, okay, well, let me make shirts that have a meaning to them. I can just say Dapper because I was in a casual place. Now this is me in Phoenix doing all this stuff when I first moved here. So I went to Phoenix Fashion Week. First, that was the first thing I did when I got here.
Okay.
So I got here in August or so.
Right.
Or even it really kind of Phoenix Fashion Week was in October.
Right.
So I was first 2 months in.
Right.
Maybe a month in. I went there. I was like, whoa.
Right.
They have a really serious serious fashion scene.
Yeah. No
Very
doubt.
impressive.
No doubt.
And then I met a lady there and showed me about the boot camp, and I was like, oh, this is cool, whatever, it's not for me.
Right.
And then every year I would go back, and the same lady would be telling me, hey, come to the boot camp. It kept inviting me.
Right.
And then as of 2017, I decided to make that step. Of course, creating the flower lapel, that was cool. People liked that. And then the shirt was okay. I make some sales. But I really want to take a deeper dive into learn the business of fashion.
Right.
And that's where Phoenix Fashion Week came in.
And and we were there. Maybe we can get some clips and add that into this interview.
Okay.
You're gonna do some video from that. Yeah, no, it was super cool, man. We were in attendance myself. Shout out to Hollow Tip. who's off camera. She has to shoot a couple, or actually an interview later on. But no, that was super good, man, or super cool. I think you came off great. Your line came off great. And that whole person. Are you going to be in there next year again?
They invite me.
If they invite you back,
they invite me back.
No,
so I'm always open to it.
Always open.
You know, been doing a lot of I guess philanthropy kind of today. You know, I've been giving before I receive.
For sure.
So
and that's part
and I'm totally okay with that because you reap what you sow.
Right. No doubt.
You know, so I've been doing a lot of fashion shows for like event for more like charities and stuff like that.
We were just with one last week for those, you know, the one that did with you.
Yeah.
Hanging out at,
Sure.
Yeah, no, so that was all good stuff. So let's really, and over the past 2 to 3 months as we've been talking, you really want people to understand being Dapper and that whole mindset mission. So this is that time. Let's hammer that home. Like,
okay,
really,
sure. So when I initially got into Phoenix Fashion Week, did the boot camp, I was really happy to be accepted in. I was thrilled, but I had no idea how much work it was. I think it was like worse than like college itself in a matter of months. Because there's a massive amount of work, and then also you find yourself. You learn a little bit. You learn more than just the business of fashion. You learn internal things about you and who you are as a person too. So I found my DNA. I feel like I was a runner a little bit because I was trying to fit in. We do that, right? We try to fit in and try to blend in. And I was there's nothing wrong with the T-shirt, but they just they hammer me. They say there's so much more. You're holding back. And so I finally released, and what you saw in October was me like relinquish, like releasing, and following my my purpose driven life. Like that's who I am for real, and I've embraced that now, and that's still gonna do T-shirts, still doing that stuff, but contemporary is super important right now. It's so needed right now, and there's not many, not just I would say ethnic guys doing this, but I would just say people doing contemporary. Period. You know, there's just not nobody. But if you can build something that's unique and dynamic, and for people, and that's different, and that's a good price point and good quality, I think you got something.
You can definitely.
And that's what I got out of the Phoenix Fashion Week boot camp. It was a rigorous process, just not just making runway, but the business of fashion again, like projecting, building out your databases, all that kind of stuff. That's super duper important. And then even figuring out what your overhead's going to cost you, CapEx, OpEx, all that stuff. So and even contacting people like this, doing this kind of stuff, getting the word out, and having interviews, getting press releases out. You learn all that in that.
For sure.
So I'm really grateful for that. But but also now has helped me with my supply chain. But building out that collection is really inspired by that Art Deco movement, that Great Gatsby. That's where the original, I feel like that's the original core, the golden age of men's fashion was.
Okay.
That 30s, that 1930s, 60s, that range right there is a sweet spot.
Yeah, the only person is I've seen ethnic person that was doing anything contemporary was Jadena, the one artist that was kind of doing the classic. Man, that's the only thing that's been in that realm.
He was singing about it.
Yeah, he was singing about it.
I'm designing.
So now you're actually making it happen.
Actually made some flower lapels for Gina.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a picture of us. Yeah, I'll send that to you.
Yeah, we'll add that on.
It's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
That's nice, man.
Met him. He's a really nice guy.
So for the future of being Dapper, let's jump into that.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we're just developing the ecosystem. We're doing the ecosystem. We're doing make sure the labels are done. I'm breaking off different brand DNA so people, so consumers are not confused. So I'm having more of a streetwear division for being Dapper. I think because it's I would say like we're like the bridge between streetwear and contemporary. So even the young guys, when I did I think a charity show, even like the high schoolers, they want to get involved, but they don't have $600, $800 for a suit, but they can start off with a $40 T-shirt.
With a $40
Yeah, they can do that, or at a discount, $30 or whatever, or a Letterman jacket, something that connects with them. And as they grow, as the brand grows, they say, you know what? As soon as I get that next job, or as soon as I going to the workforce or going to college, being Dapper has wares that I can wear. A brand that evolves with you as a man.
And that's nice. And that's super important. It's just like music, you know. You grow with the artist that you like, you know, from high school to your adult years. If the artist does it right.
You're talking about but you guys will be coming to a place where it's relevant and making that connection.
Absolutely.
So I feel like that's where we're at. Getting all folks, all ages excited.
For sure.
You know, of course I have a target demographic, but you know, I'm not gonna say, you know what, you're too young to be wearing being Dapper. I want you to go ahead and get started, because even with we're going back to the T-shirts, they're powerful messages on the shirt. Some of them just say Dapper. Some of them say gentleman. And it puts you in that mindset. It puts you in that place.
And it's all about mindset.
Even depictions of pictures, like you wearing White Man Can't Jump. So people automatically takes you to a place of the 90s.
Back in the 90s.
You know, and you know with the flip hat.
You
know, a little biker biker hats and
Right.
stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So it takes you to a place. So even some of my T-shirts had depictions of that being Dapper lifestyle.
Right.
You know?
No, I think that's
Making people think.
making people think, and that thought-provoking content and
It's not for everybody, but it's for
not-
somebody.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that is right.
If
brother.
you, as they say, if you're about that life.
if you're about that life,
But I challenge you to try, because in the end we're gonna go on that journey together, right?
Right.
So when I do the Being Dapper show,
Yeah.
we're gonna learn together. I'm
Yeah.
not a subject matter expert, and I'm still learning with this.
Right.
But the ecosystem for the future of Being Dapper, eventually I would like to be doing a lot of things like not just clothing, but furniture.
Yeah.
Because guys struggle interior design.
Yeah.
Jewelry eventually, high-end jewelry. That's the plan. We're already working on shoes.
Okay.
Right now as we speak,
Right.
and we're getting our contemporary feet.
Okay.
You know, we're standing that up.
Right.
We call that the House of Donaldson.
Okay.
By Being
nice.
Dapper.
I
Yep.
see you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So where can people find Being Dapper? Social media, all
Yeah,
of that stuff?
www.beingdapper.com.
For sure.
On Instagram, it's going to be Instagram is going to be Being Dapper, so BEING_Dapper. Twitter, Being Dapper.
Being Dapper.
If you type Being Dapper on Google, I'll pop up number one.
You'll see this. This is Being Dapper right here, people. This is what this is all about. JC, listen, man, I appreciate you coming out. I'm glad we were able to hook up, man, and allow you the platform to drop all of this knowledge, because, like you said, it's a lot more behind Being Dapper than just the clothing.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
it's
messages
serious in your head,
And
you
so-
know.
and
Yeah.
So what we want to do, man, is definitely bring you back, man, because this is more than just an interview for us. So
Okay,
we want to
okay.
talk more and see what platform we can develop, because there's a lot of information here. I wish you guys could have been in some of these conversations that were going on outside of the camera, man. So today, man, like I say, appreciate you. I know you got another show to hit up later today.
Yeah. Fashion for a Cause. It's AIDS awareness.
Yeah.
Going to that. So I'm really excited. And another one I'm kind of investing time in,
Right.
and show my wares off, but rallying from a good cause. And I
Rallying
like
for
that.
a good cause. And it's all about community.
Yeah,
man.
it's all about
Good stuff.
community, and I'm grateful. Fashion community here. Shout out to Fabric and Tempe
Yeah.
for Label Whore.
Yeah.
Something Unique Productions from last week.
Right.
And then that was for the Eye Care show, and then also Eyes Like Mine.
Nice.
With Bathsheba's organization.
Okay.
That was all last week. I was really grateful to be a part of that.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
and I want to continue to help and do whatever I can.
Right.
And I also other fashion designers, if you guys want to know something, I'm here too. DM me. If you have a question, glad to help. It's all about community. It's all about unity. It's all about uplifting.
No doubt,
You know what I
man.
mean?
And that's all. That's what we're about, man. The Panoramic Lifestyle, brother. I appreciate
All
you
right,
taking
man.
the time and hanging out with us.
All right.
Again, beingdapper.com, JC Donaldson. We're gonna capture him here, and we're gonna make sure we get some more great content from this guy on the network. So
Oh yeah, and then just to
Yeah,
close
go
it
ahead.
out.
Yeah.
Being Dapper as a lifestyle. We design dashing apparel for the modern man.